All right, here 11.3, we're going to talk about combinations. And when we're talking about combinations, these are groups of items taken without regard to order. Okay, so we don't care what order they're in. With permutation, order matters. That's the big difference between permutation and combination. Okay, so order matters. Okay, so combination of items. Okay, so when we're talking about a combination, this is what we got to look at. Okay, no items are selected from the same group. Okay, so they have to be from the same group. Okay, each item is only used once. My handwriting is horrible today. Okay, and the order makes no difference. Okay, so when we go ahead and look at example 1, all we're trying to figure out is if these are permutations or combinations. Okay, that is it, nothing else. You don't need to go ahead and work them out. So how many ways can you select 6 free DVDs from a list of 20? Okay, so we have 20 enlisted. How I can choose 6 free ones from that. Is that a permutation or a combination, do you think? Okay, this one is our combination. It doesn't matter how that list is. I can go ahead and pick. All I need to do is pick 6 out of that list of 20. I could pick one from the bottom of the list first, and then go to the top of the list, pick it. Doesn't matter. And they're all from the same group of DVDs. Okay, in part B, there are 50 runners, no ties. And I want to look at how many ways the first 3 finishers can come in. The top 3 finishers, how many ways can they come in? This is a permutation. Okay, first 3 finishers, 1, 2, and 3. They're in an order. Okay, so because order matters with permutations, this is a permutation. Okay, so you're looking for that whole idea of order. Okay, if we go ahead and now look at combinations themselves. Okay, so combination of n items, choose R. Okay, looks really similar to permutations. I have n factorial, n minus R items chosen, factorial, but I also have the numbers chosen factorial. Okay, so we're looking separately at the numbers, what's left after I chose my number, and the number itself. Okay, so if I look at example 3, okay, this is on 122. Okay, you volunteer to pet sit for your friend who has 7 different animals. Wow, you're an awful nice friend. Okay, and how many different pet combinations are possible if you take 3 of the 7 pets? Okay, so you're taking 3 of them in or out, maybe out to go for a walk at a time. Okay, but you're only taking 3 out of the 7. Okay, so this is a combination of 7 animals. Choose 3. Okay, so my n is 7. And then I have 7 animals, and I'm taking 3 out at a time, factorial. And then I have to multiply it by the number of animals I'm choosing, so it's 3. Okay, so I have 7 factorial over 4 factorial and times 3 factorial. However you want to go ahead and work it out, I have 35 different ways I could go ahead and take these animals out. Okay, I'm going to also look at example 6. Okay, the zoo has 6 male bears and 7 female bears. 2 male bears and 3 female bears will be selected for an animal exchange program with another zoo. So 2 male bears and 3 female bears are going to be chosen for the zoo. Okay, these are 2 separate combinations that you've got to do. Okay, so the first thing you got to look at is you got to look at the male bears. So my male bears are a combination of 6, choose 2. Okay, and my female bears are a combination of 7, choose 3. Okay, so then this one would be 6 factorial over 6 minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial, which gives me 15. My female bears would be 7 factorial over 7 minus 3 factorial, 3 factorial, and that's going to give me 35 different combinations. Okay, I want to know how many 5 bear collections are possible. So we have 15 times 35, and that's going to give me a total of 525. Okay, so this one was a little longer. Okay, you had to do 2 separate combinations. Remember, you have to pick from the same group. So my male bears have to come from the male group. My female bears have to come from the female group. So you could have more than one different grouping, and so you have to do 2 separate combinations. Okay, so a note for TI-84 or 83 or another TI calculator, okay? We already know about the factorial key. So the factorial, you have to put your number that you want the factorial in, math, get to probability, PRB, and it's number 4. Okay, so put your number in first, whatever that is. If you want 6 factorial, you get 6 first, and you'll go ahead and get your factorial. Okay, if you want probability, okay, with a permutation, okay, then you need to go ahead and put your n in. Go to math, probability, PRB, and put the number of items in. Okay, this is number 2. Okay, so probability is number 2. Put your R in, and then hit enter, and it will give you your permutation. Do not use for repeats. This is very important because it's a whole different formula. Do not use this for repeats. Okay, now if you want combinations, okay, very, very, very similar. Okay, you type in your n, go to math, probability, PRB, this is number 3, type your R and hit enter, and it'll give you your combination. Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns, make sure you get in touch with me if you get stuck on something. Other than that, I will see you for 11.4.